I need something to soothe this pain, to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place.
Всем привет, дорогие мои друзья, у нас новое дело, поехали.
Let's go.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
You can drive.
Как всегда, я не веду машины в этой игре. Они круто здесь, кстати, выглядят нормально. Пересяду, секундочку. Все, пересел.
Did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Ну, хороший ты мне нравишься как человек. Ну, может, ты пьешь, но ты нормальный чел. Хотя и старше меня. И ворчлив немного.
Boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazy sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
А мы это дело разве не раскрыли? Нет, мы другое дело раскрывали, блин. А этот маньяк еще работает, да?
Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Получается, мы еще не раскрыли дело того маньяка, который женщин убивает.
I was first on scene.
So what's going on over
Так
there?
что
What
делать?
do you think? Any ideas?
No other reporters. Just get the juice from the reporting officer in the corner.
All these people are vultures, officer. But you can tell me what's going on.
Поговорим?
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Так, идем. Значит, наш новый злодей это маньяк, убийца. Притом он убивает только женщин.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
У тебя помощи даже не просил, ты кто такой? Это Быковский, что ли? Подожди, осмотрим тело. Опять, господи, боже мой, ты чё, любишь их раздевать, придурок? Опять кольцо какое-то сорванное.
What's this mark? Cut on the finger. Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Господи, опять голая жертва, опять мне это заблюривать.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Опять, можно чистые дела какие-то? Хотя бы убивайте с одеждой. Чё у нее за татуха здесь? Ее душили, походу.
Look at your mark, it's very
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Так, ладно. На этом все. Что, поговорим?
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stalked. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Так, ладно, давайте валить отсюда. Ники еще потом блюрить же. Так, я это смотрел, так. Сумка. Сумочка. Опять. Дьюра Молдер, ассоциация учителей.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Another day, another dollar.
Она учитель. Учителей, родителей каких-то.
The motive was robbery. Why not take the money?
Бесит, что он их раздевает, потом мне это все блюет.
Detectives, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Brae was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Слышь ты, тупица, что делать будем?
Ideas?
We have her ID and an address. Someone at home might be able to tell us something more about her.
Ну понятно, поехали к тачке. Поехали к тачке, я сказал, ребят.
Awful. Awful. Why can't we get any closer?
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed? There still might be some playing the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Не трогай.
She's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
А у него дети
You're a
уже?
father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
О, Фелпс, верный коп, верный муж.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
We'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you.
У них дочь.
Could you have a seat for me, Michelle?
Не кури при ребенке, придурок. Не кури при ребенке, придурок. Затуши сигарету. Вредно здоровью. Ты чё? Совсем офигел, дурак? Ой, нет.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead.
Ребят, простите секундочку. Все-таки я перезагрузил. Думаю, что надо сначала дома смотреть.
Probably nothing.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Угу. Что такое? Скрипка. Кстати, хорошо проработали скрипку. Обычный дом, никаких я особо, так сказать. Это комната чего?
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Это их спальня, то есть спальня родителей, понятненько. Так, чё?
No sign of a wedding ring.
Почему? Тоже вопрос. Нету обручалки. Может, родители давно поругались? Или потеряли свою обручалку? Я не понимаю. Так, эту комнату мы посмотрели. Тут телефон, тут пылесос. Подожди, кухню. Нормально готовится еда. Тут нож, но он особо...
I don't think this is going to help us.
Все. О! Стакан.
I doubt it.
Теперь можно, я думаю, говорить с девушкой. Поговорить вот с маленькой девушкой. Маленькой девочкой. И не знаю, на вид, наверное, 14-15 лет.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Бедная девочка осталась
Some of your
без
mother's jewelry
матери.
was missing. Can you describe her things?
Ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Чё ты глазами-то хлопаешь, а? А, понятно, сомнение.
You seem reluctant to talk about her jewelry.
It's a touchy subject with Daddy. He thought she wasted too much money on her appearance.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Я так не думаю, что-то.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You got any way of confirming this story of yours?
You son of a bitch. You come here making all these accusations.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Что-то у тебя лицо играет.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No.
Врешь.
What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Видно, что он немного агрессивный.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Так бил ты свою жену, придурок.
Set this up, Hugo. I think you kicked up a fuss about staying home for an alibi. Then you followed your wife and murdered her.
You're out of your mind coming in here making accusations like that. Come out into the yard and I'll make you take that back, mister.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
О, кто это такая? Соседка типа сейчас расскажет, как в том деле. Я не хотела бы вмешиваться, но знаете, тут такое было.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Куда он побежал?
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Он что-то бросал в печку, гад, стоять!
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we can see them.
Кровь.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And
Не
inform him.
хочет идти.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't. No one's home, and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield, and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Что-то слишком это дело быстро раскрылось, не считайте? Как-то очень бляха-муха сомнительно все эти дела с раздеванием, вот, ну, с голыми женщинами происходят. Как будто кто-то этими людьми управляет, типа, заставляет их убивать и, типа, брать это на себя.
Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High.
Вот мне так кажется, что слишком что-то как-то темно это все, понимаете, не знаю. Так, ладно.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting at the police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Так, ладно, давайте пойдем тогда в морг, потом заглянем в школу или как.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Давайте в морг, потом в школу поедем.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always.
Я тоже так не думал.
9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
appreciate it. Try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex Ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away that way.
Может, муж просто хотел скосить на того знаменитого маньяка, чтобы все убийства на него навалили? На маньяка, то есть. Центральный морг. А где морг? А, это морг.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Чё? А, ее душили, короче. А, не та веревка, что ли? Может, вот это? Так, это обычная веревка. Это... это как... Это же как... С ботинка какого-то, понимаете? Шнур с ботинка вспомнил. А это пресная веревка тоже, думаю, не она, так что средняя. Дурак ты, Фелпс. Говорим, средняя. Взглянул, думаю, средняя. Ну, я посмотрю, что ты мне. Так. Давай поговорим, доктор.
So what next?
You want to take a look at these rope samples of Mal's?
Ну, я гляну уже, что ты мне скажешь? Не то, не то, не то, не то, не то.
What are the normal uses for that kind of...
А, это канат?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Так, может, это муж ее? С полудуру. Ты меня достала, тварь, ходить так-то, сяк-то, общаться с разными мужчинами. Ты недостойна жить, типа, вот, по такой теме. Есть же такие придурки, которые решают людям, жить или не жить.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
Это номер жетона, кстати.
How could I help, detective?
Почему мои руки пахнут, блин, дошираком?
Detective, a green 1946 coupe registered to Mrs. Hugo Muller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thanks, ma'am.
Окей. Поехали, старик. Сейчас поедем. В среднюю школу. А, надо к тачке подойти. Вот, помойте эту машину кто-нибудь.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Школа. Кто-нибудь поможет тут? Это что за срам?
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that. Coroner's.
How so?
No, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Ну, наш напарник опытный коп, это надо признать, а мы еще салага. Школа Бельмонт.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
And this was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now! Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Куда это ты бежишь? Хотел с детишками поиграть? Урод. Ну-ка иди сюда. Гаденыш. Я тебя поиграю сейчас. Стой! Ты же не Усейн Болт. Если кто не знал, это такой был чел. Он сейчас карьеру свою, помню, как я понимаю, закончил. Он участвовал в соревнованиях по бегу. Много рекордов. У него очень много рекордов. Ой, юшкин. Не туда. По домам решил, да? Не поможет тебе это.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle and you're a dead man.
Молодец.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
А он дерется с ним. Молодец, старый, хорошо дерется.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Son.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
Это детская игрушка, что ли? Он в натуре, да? То есть, вы поняли, не буду говорить, что это.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
Рожа. Рожа, если нехорошая. Не очень нехорошая рожа. То есть рожа. Так. Откроем тачку. Что здесь произошло? Окровавленный крыс. Это муж, наверное. Нет, муж же в тюрьме. Когда он успеет-то?
The overalls are stenciled HM. Mueller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Может, это Элай сделал? Этот Элай.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Так, все, мы посмотрели. Странно, что они руками вот все это дело держат. Куда идем, а? Позвонить. Понял. Как красиво здесь, кстати.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Oxymoron for you.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mueller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks for your help.
Так, поехали в Централку. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it? You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Так, допросную. Поехали.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Дверь открыта. Ладно, давай посмотрим, что к чему, что по качину.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
Я за тобой буду идти.
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Так, ладно, я за тобой буду идти. Ты, наверное, знаешь, где эти допросные?
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
О, его избили уже.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Как он так вот это так вот спокойно сидит, да, типа. А, все.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall.
Так мы эту одежду нашли, в крови она была, ты чё?
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do.
Вот гаденыш. Очень спокойный. Ну, значит, истина.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid until I hit your braid. It stays tight.
You killed Mrs. Moeller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Что ты ржешь? Ложь.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman?
Так, давайте с комбинезона зайдем.
I done told you I found that pretty thing. I never stole it.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case. But my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the Hat Squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about? For my money, Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
А куда мы сейчас идем? А, вторую допросную.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next door neighbor heard screaming coming from your
Ну
house.
что он подбросил этому уроду
There's no
одежду?
one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Использовать. Да конечно, используй, давай. Уберем один ответ. Понятно.
Are you going to tell me what I want to know, or do we have to take it out of you in lumps?
Give it your best shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're going to die for this, Mueller. Better give me something if I'm going to believe your story.
My conscience is clear. You can't badger me into admitting anything.
Господи, не
We found your
получается.
wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Врет, гадина.
It was you, Hugo. I'm offering you a chance to come clean on this.
For the last time, I did not kill my wife.
Все не раскалется, он не раскалется, не получится.
I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
Черт, у нас не получается его рассказать.
What type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
We're letting you go for now, Muller. Go home and see your daughter, and work on your story. It's got more holes than a batting cage.
That's the guy. Detective, that's him. That's the guy who parked the car, I'm sure of it. Hey, he's getting away!
That's not true. I can't go to jail.
Вот гадина. Вот тут видно же, что это он был. Просто я его не рас... Бляха-муха, ты куда свернул, гад? Слишком много. Ребят, слишком много транспорта. Просто не успею. Я думал, он прямо пойдет. Вот гадина.
You gotta get me closer. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Good luck. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
Deus Ex Machina. He got lucky.
You and your goddamn Latin, Phelps.
Поймал гада.
Once we get the janitor's statement, you'll be staring down a murder charge.
Уф, наконец. С какой попытки ужас. Я вам только оставлю первую попытку. И покажу удачную.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Там же допрос провалили. Понятно. Почему он нас ругает. На этом я заканчиваю. Всем пока, всем спасибо за просмотр.